Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Long Dark Interloper. Glad to have you here. If you haven't had a chance to see the last episode, Desolation Point, episode 26, I definitely recommend you take a look at that one before you watch this one. And, yeah, let's see where we're at. One last chance, definitely check out that last episode before you see this one. And I think that gives enough time for anti-spoilers. Guys, I'm sad. It sucks. That, where are we? Extras, journals. Sandbox 100. This was probably my favorite Interloper run I've ever done. I wanted to make an episode here to talk about some of the decisions that I made in the run. A little bit of a reflection on what I liked about it, what I would change, and also to talk about some of the future plans I have for recording. So, let's see. So we made it to 46 days. 46 days is longer than I have ever done, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. It doesn't reset, it resets your things here. Yeah, 47 days. I think that counts as 47 days. Although it does start you on day 1 instead of day 0, so that's not quite 47 days. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yep, there was... Oh, come on, I wasn't at Desolation Point trailer. I was... Oh, that's the last location I discovered. Never mind. I was gonna say, we didn't die in a trailer. We should have. No. Yeah, so... I think that this... There was definitely some mistakes. I think the biggest mistake was heading to Desolation Point in the first place. In terms of the last mistake I made, I think by choosing to go into that trailer instead of running off to the side, that was probably the mistake I regret the most, because every other one came from a place of what I felt was a drive to push the run forward, to explore more, to take more risks, to sort of take as much from this game as we could, and I think that in that moment I kind of tried to play it safe, and as ironic as that is, there was very little safe about rushing into Desolation Point after taking a bear attack and nearly losing all my gear. Yeah, I think that decision to run into the trailer set me in a bad place. And again, I would have had to wait till like a blizzard or something before knowing whether or not that wolf was going to be there. So rookie mistake. But yeah, honestly, I feel like I have very little regrets about this run. It felt really good. I really liked the time that we spent. At the beginning of the game, it felt quick, it felt exciting, but I think that what ended up happening was I felt like near the middle, those days that we spent in Coastal Highway, that they were dragging on. The hiccup with miscalculating the wolf or the rabbit pelts and getting stuck with frostbite really kind of made me kind of claustrophobic, like literally like kind of cabin fevery. But within Coastal Highway, so then I started playing a little bit more risky after that, right into the Quonset, and then immediately going on a wolf hunt, and then trying to make it to Desolation Point. It did come from a place of strategy as well, though, because we were nearly at day 50, and one of the things that I wanted to do was make sure that there was at least the chance that we could get to Desolation Point and get to the lighthouse, get to the Hibernia processing plant, and to other key locations. There's another one, it's called like Katie's Secluded Corner, where you can get some good stuff. Not so much an Interloper, but basically just to try and push the run so that I would get there before all of that stuff was ruined. So that was the incentive. That was the drive. That and wanting to create the entertaining content that where I was taking risks and continuing to push forward and explore more of the world as well. Because we didn't necessarily have to go to Desolation Point, but I felt like if we had waited for those wolf pelts to cure, that would have been another 7 days. So then we would have basically have been, into day 50, and I would have had to take a couple extra days to actually build that wolf coat. And then at that point, I don't know if I would have justified running off to Desolation Point, because everything would have already been sort of lost. Maybe not. I did find some gear in the last few days that was very low quality, but not dead. So I probably had some more time, but I was compelled to go for it. I'm also, in part because of my schedule, it was on a Sunday night, so I wanted to get as much content done before the week started up again, so that was another reason. So next time I promise I'm not going to just rush it. I say that. But I also do like to play this game with a bit of fire under my ass, so to speak. Make those risks, make those decisions, take those risks, and push the limits of the game. It's always more fun for me, for better or worse. So this number right here tells the whole story. 10 wolf struggles, 9 wolf struggles 1. So it does suck. I felt a little bit ripped off by that last interaction. I feel like the hammer had served us so well throughout the whole run, and that last instance, I think I had enough. I mean, I had under 39% condition. I had 39 at the top range of that day, so I can't remember if the top range was where I was at or whatnot, but we definitely took a lot of damage. So in terms of future plans, sorry, I was just a little bit raw about that. I felt obviously I was pushing it, but yeah, still feels a little bit ripped off getting killed by a wolf after how many wolf attacks we survived. Regardless, that's how this game's gonna go, and I foreshadowed it a bunch throughout the series. I complained about that whole when you enter into a new area and it delays for a second and it pushes you farther away from like the previous region you were at. I think that kind of thing happened, so I was a little bit bummed about that because I was literally talking about it earlier in the episode, and then I was super close to opening that door as well, and then also having what I felt was a decent amount of energy and condition, but maybe my energy was lower than I'm remembering. Anyways, the severity of the game is what makes it so good, so I can't hate on it too much. So I am considering taking some time here because currently, let's see, what day is it? It's the 21st of January, and I'm expecting that by the time you see this, it'll probably be the end of January, either the 30th, 31st, or maybe even to February. And so what I'm considering is I could wait until then and then start up doing a challenge run, or at least get the challenge run going a little bit, but kind of take a break, because I feel like the challenge runs are a bit more casual. The one I was considering doing was this Hopeless Rescue, because I actually haven't done any of the challenges. If I'll show you. Challenge 1, I haven't done any. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to be easier than Interloper. I'm pretty sure they're on like Voyager or stalker setting, depending on which one you do. So that's an option. That's something I'm considering doing. I feel like it would be good revenge to do that hopeless rescue. Good revenge on Desolation Point, I mean, because the goal of it is to get the distress pistol, the flare gun from Timberwolf Mountain, and then shoot it off of the Desolation Point lighthouse, which would feel good. So I might do that. Or I might actually try and do that in Interloper. I feel like that would be an even more satisfying thing to do. So I may try and do that with my 101st Interloper sandbox. Maybe switch up to a girl this time, or a woman, and just to get some different voice lines, change things up. But we'll see. I'm considering either one. Alternatively, one thing I'm considering doing, and I may end up doing this regardless, but I could use the extra week to catch up on schoolwork and do some life stuff before I jump right back into another Interloper run, so I might do that. I've also got a D&D campaign that I'm running, so I'd like to spend some more time on that. Because it does take time, and although I do like to do stuff kind of improvised, I would like to spend some more time on that. Anywho, but the Long Dark I've got the Long Dark bug. I've got the drive. I want to get back into it. And so the other thing I was considering doing is running maybe an Interloper run where I don't start it right from the beginning. I do a few days into it. I'll record it, but I'm not going to do the full commentary. And maybe by, let's say I get all the kinks kind of worked out, do some of the early game stuff, maybe start up again right as soon as we get a knife and hatchet, as soon as I get to the first forge situation. And again, that will likely be by like day 6, day 7, or maybe even push it a bit further. But that way you guys can kind of jump in again on another Interloper run, because there is more Interloper content that I would like to share. I think as long as I record all of it, even without the commentary, then I won't feel bad about what happens if it goes really, really well. Like, if it goes really well and I get to do the full, run up to the top of Timberwolf Mountain and then fire the distress pistol off of the Desolation Point lighthouse in Interloper, that would feel really good, and I would like to have the whole run available, but we'll see. The other thing is that for that challenge, you only have 7 days to do it, so it's slightly different, but I still feel like it would be a fun Interloper sort of semi, or sort of a main quest within a game that doesn't have any quest line. I think that would be fun to sort of create a main quest for ourselves in that situation. But let me know what you think. I think at this point I'm going to record a little bit into a new run of Interloper. If I end up doing the challenge, I'll just start a few of them, and I guess I really just want to do the content you guys want to see, because I enjoy all of it. And yeah, so basically the options I think are me doing the proper challenge, the actual challenge itself, doing an Interloper run where I do try and do that kind of challenge, or just another Interloper run, and I guess within the 2 Interloper runs there's the possibility of me doing it right from the beginning or a little bit into it. And the other thing is I guess trying to change up the feats, but I'm not sure if that matters so much. Yeah, so option A is just to do the challenge. Option B is to do the challenge sort of figuratively on Interloper itself, which is going to be really difficult, but I think it'd be fun. Or I would say option C will be round 2 at trying to get a moose, because I think if I try to do the whole shoot the gun off of the lighthouse, that will be its own thing, and there's no guarantee that that's going to be. I'm gonna bring this back. It's a little bit more interesting to look at. Yeah, I feel like it's not going to be easy to do that and then also down a moose in the same playthrough. I mean, it could be done. Maybe I'll do it. So yeah, I'll write down in the description those options. I'll plot it out because I'm up for any of it, and I think I'll get a little bit started on each of them, but I'm also going to take some time to do some other stuff. The other option would be to play an entirely different game, including potentially DayZ. I was considering doing some Magic Arena, MTG Arena. These are just the games I've been playing lately. Or I could just dive into something new. We'll see. So yeah, just let me know what you would like to see, and I'll consider that, and I will take that into account for the future of this channel. But I wanted to thank you guys for watching. I think this has been really great. This is my first sort of attempt at this kind of thing, and it was definitely a very good learning experience. I really liked the pressure that it put on the gaming, on the playthrough, and yeah, it was fun, kind of just meeting some new people through the new subscribers, through also trying new things, while also playing a game that I liked, just trying something new in terms of YouTube, and this whole new form of gaming for me. So it's quite enjoyable. I really appreciate you guys supporting me in this, and I hope to continue to produce content that you find entertaining. And maybe I should switch over to possibly Twitch and then post these things on YouTube as well. I might end up doing that sort of thing. We'll see how it works. We'll see what works for people. I'm going to continue to practice this, I think, for the next few months. I would like to, but I definitely am receptive to your interest in this content, so I will take that into account. But again, thank you so much for being here and watching however much you watched of this series. I can't imagine somebody watching it as much as I have. But it's been a pleasure to make it, and yeah, I hope to continue to do some more of this sort of thing. So I'm just rambling now, but I really do appreciate your support, so thank you guys, and see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.